for today, I made sure before the stream to go back these past few weeks and look at the comments of everyone and look for some interesting nuggets to show on this stream. And I came up with a couple that I thought would be interesting. So one which was broadcasting. So people were asking about how to talk to like a different person. So like I'm person A, I send a message and I'd like person B to receive it. So as it happens, I've been working on that on another project, which you'll likely be seeing soon. So I will be showing you how to do that. It's really fun. And then the other thing was, what was it? There was action buttons with URLs, which I might show you. Oh, how to like listen everywhere for something and then kick a user to a flow. So I'm going to show you like a secret way to do that. I am not sure if I'm going to have time to do it today. I'd like to wrap up the Anki bot that I was building these past 3 weeks. Hopefully I'll be able to wrap it up and then I'll show you how to do these cool things. All right, and then keep the questions coming. I don't necessarily answer immediately on this stream, but often I see the questions. I try to see, can we make content for it for the next week? And yeah, keep it coming. And then other people, if you can answer for questions people have, if they're immediate issues, often they can be solved like that. Okay, so I shall share my screen and we'll get started. Screen one here. Actually, I'll just share the Botpress Studio. This, I think it will be cleaner. Go live. All right. So this is a little bit of a preview of where we're gonna go. This is how we're going to be able to listen globally and kick the user somewhere else. You might be already thinking about where this is going. But anyways, let's not go there right now. Let's keep it for later. So this is my Anki bot here. I went through last week's video, and the first thing I like to do is I just remove this. So I wanted to get pagination to work in last week's video. So I had this list that I was seeding my database with, and I just duplicated the cards so we would be able to see actual pagination in action. But I think it will be confusing for the next step. So I'm going to delete it. And what is the next step? Let's just talk with a bot and I will show you real quick. So if I say hi like this, remember in last week's video, we used the seed right here, seed function to, first of all, delete everything in our concepts table and then add stuff to it. Yay, a 401. Our first problem. That was way faster than expected. Sorry, an error occurred. Please try again. Okay. Might be because I was messing around with this. Let me delete this first. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, that's why. That's why it happened. Okay. So there's no problem with the bot. I was logged out. Let me go back to flows. Okay. And okay. So here we see there are 20 concepts due right now. What is the Spanish word for green? And I'm going to pick something wrong because the right answer is verde, of course. Rojo, you got that wrong. And then it's asking me the same question again, right? So the problem was we need to, like move it around. So we have this database and we need to modify the values. At least the order. So what I was thinking of doing in the concepts table was just having this Q parameter right here. Yeah, 125 should be fine. And just give it a number and then sort by this number. So I'm going to do that right now. So whenever the answer is wrong, let's go back to quiz single concept. We had this handler function that did a lot of stuff, but basically it changed the date. And you might have noticed, but the interface it has changed a little bit. That's because I think somebody is like in the engineering team is looking at my streams, and is like thinking, how can we make this better? If so, thank you for doing that. Uh, so we modified this so that you can ask it to edit code. So instead of updating your original code, your original prompt to something else, you can ask it to change it. I haven't had a huge amount of time to use it yet, but let's try it out here. Now notice these arrows here, because like the first thing that like freaked me out was like if you ask it to change it and like it's bad, you want to like go back. So hopefully these arrows work. Let me try it out. So let's see, what do we want to do? So when are we saving something in the let's see. We were updating the record, okay. But we were not giving it a queue thing. Okay. So let's say when the answer is not correct. So I'm going to try to like keep up with this code. So when the answer is not correct, I think it should be able to figure out it's this. Let's see. I'll set the queue to, should we just give it a random number? Let's see, if I give it a number, I can't give it a number of 1. I can increment. The problem here is this guy is not aware of all the others in the queue. So how do we fix that? I think we could just give it a random number. Um, let's see if that works. It will mostly work. When the answer is not correct, set the queue to a random number. Enter. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so it shows us a git diff here, so it deletes the original. I'm not sure if I like this. This looks good. Oh wait, 10. Okay, so we had our original function, and we were not calling it. We were calling it somewhere. We had handle space repetition. Oh, this was deleted. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So we got rid of this. So it did like this should be like 2 commits, right? So it did like a change in the way it works. So it removed the function. So that's kind of irrelevant. Next up, we have all of this is correct, has been deleted. If is correct has been deleted, I don't think this will work though. So I don't think this is working. Let me accept changes and then try to click the arrow function. If it's what it is. And does that work? Okay, it does. Okay, so all right, let's try it out. Like we're trying something new out. I'm gonna close. Restart it. Azul. Okay, sorry an error occurred, which is not super surprising. I would say that is correct is not defined. It's probably what we're going to see. Is correct is not defined. There you go. All right. So let's try to fix this. Let's start back with like oh, okay, you can't go back now. Ay caramba. That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Oh, if an engineer is watching, please, that's the experience. Oh, okay. So handle correct, incorrect choices for space repetition like Anki. Okay, so that was I think that was the original prompt. Let's change this to uh, if an answer is incorrect, give it a number for AQ. Let's try this. By the way, if there are any power users who I'm seeing a lot of HITL inside of the web chat. If there are any power users, please reach out to Sabrina. Uh, if you need human in the loop, so agent handoff for a business use case, we are looking for testers. Um, but hopefully, we're looking for testers who have like already something in motion, so we can try with real use cases, but at the same time, not critical use cases yet. So if you think you'd like to be a tester, please reach out to us. Okay. So, all right. Okay, I think what I'm gonna close this. I had this function here. I'm gonna try to like hit do. So I'm just typing Control Z on my computer, and let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, okay, we're back. And then this doesn't work. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Let's see. There's two ways we can do it. The one that's gonna work, obviously I'm not gonna, is I could just assign it here. The handle negative, I could create a new one and just say like assign the Q, or rather to be a random number. Right, like this works, but let's try to make it work the intended way. Workflow, no. The Q, or change or update here. Update the queue of the what is it called? The we call it concept. I forgot. Concept in the table to be deliver. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this should probably work. Okay, so I'm gonna just close this and put it there for some reason. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So that's working. What is this? Do we have a duplicate? Okay. Well, which one is the real one? Oh my. Okay. If you see something like this, refresh. Something has happened. Oh my. Okay. All right. In that case, I like this code, so I'm going to copy it. I'm going to close this. If I select one, it selects both. Delete it. That's still there. That's odd. All right. Okay, so that could work, but let's try to see if we can figure this one out here. Uh, how about we write something like keep, or this code is great. Make a small change. Add a, that's it. When the answer is, all right, only make a small change. When the answer is not correct, uh, assign a random number to the Q property. Property. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna go back to the other one. Oh wow, it's really aggressive. Right, let's do undo and let's try. This code is almost perfect. Do not change anything except what I tell you. Right, let's write importance like this. Let's see. Press enter. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Until I figure this out, I think we should just be creating new. So I'm gonna do undo, close this. I think we should just be creating new execute codes like this, just using the original thing, which worked very well. Okay, so basically I did modify this. Okay, so I think this should work. Let's just stick to this for a moment. Hi. We've just discovered a product improvement feature. Okay, let's try converting. And now it should ask us the same question because we don't have any logic to handle that. But I hope that we will see in the concepts table a random number. And let's scroll and refresh maybe. No, okay. So that did not work. Let's go back to quiz single concept. Uh, um, we saw you got that wrong, right? Oh, oh, of course. Yeah, well, that's my bad. I clicked the right answer. I think I've been hardwired to like answer correctly. I think everybody has been hardwired to do that, including LLMs. So Azul, let me click something wrong. Okay, let's go back to concepts. And okay, hooray, we have a random Q number. Uh, I'm thinking about the Q, the random thing. Yeah, let's just try it out. Let's not overthink it. Uh, Probably if we wanted to get this really right, here in the entry, since we only pass the concept, we don't pass any kind of concept to the queue. We should probably pass like the current queue position. Oh, let's see. Or do we need to do that? Actually, I think I did this wrong, right? If there is no queue set, then we would probably want to set it to 1. Uh, uh, and anything that's shown after it would presumably have a higher queue number. Yeah, I think there's some logic there that can work. At this point, it's not really about bots; it's about optimizing. So I'll stick to this moment. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to main, and I'm going to here we fetch the first concept. Okay, so this is where we have to change it. If there are do concepts, let's add something here. And this is going to be the next available, well, just next concept here. This and this was an object, I think. So we'll do that, and this is going to take the next concept. So if I just copy this and I create code like that, workflow next concept equals like this. Okay, so if I just do that, theoretically nothing should change. So I could close. Where did it add it? Here. Okay. So it's going to send it here. It's going to assign it to do concepts. Then next concept here. Okay, so I think this should be the same. I like to change when I refactor, not to change logic at the same time, just try to keep it the same. I'll refresh. Also, something that I should be doing more often is just hitting export like this. Just as a backup. I recommend you do it. If you have a big project, just export once in a while. You don't need to open it. Just leave it there. Mhm. What is the Spanish word for green? Okay, azul. I almost clicked verde again. You got that wrong. Yes. And we're showing it again. Perfect. Okay, so now let's change this and the logic here. So assign, sorry, assign next concept to the do concept with the greatest number. Q number. Uh, okay, and in this case, it actually modified it. Does this look good? This is Lodash. Max by do concepts Q. Yeah, looks good to me. Some changes. So here it works. Maybe it's the update content works better for smaller ones. I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna click close. Okay. The highest one, is that a good idea? This is probably not gonna work. Because they're all null. I am not sure how does max by treat max by dash? I don't know, how does it treat null? Here, max. Uh, by the way, like if you're using Botpress, you can use all. We include Lodash by default, so you have a lot of things here that you can use. Let's see. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is a bad idea because it should be minimum. Null is probably 0. Let's just try it. Concepts. Oh, that is surprising. It is. Oh, no, that's not surprising. Because we're seeding our database. So the first one, I'm not actually sure how it's doing it. Um, but I don't know what happens when you have a max by a property and they all have the same values. Because we're seeding it, the Q was actually null for Verde. So I'm guessing just got the last one, Esmeralda. And this is obviously not right. Okay, so we have a problem with our assignment. Let's see. I'm gonna click hi. I'm gonna try to see if there are new concepts. Okay, let's see. The next concept is set to not set. Okay. So I think it is not liking that Q is null. So what can we do here? Workflow. Do concepts. What was our do concepts? Let's see. Q is null. Okay, yeah. It's probably this. So let's say treat null values as 0. Let's see the max. We give it a function that checks the Q. It compares either the Q. If the Q is null, it's going to be 0. Okay, let's try this. That should work. I'm going to restart. Again, it shouldn't be Verde. I think it's be something else. Unless it shows the first match. Okay, so it shows the first match. This is fine. Okay, type row. Oh, I got that wrong. And so now it's asking me the same question again because I'm still using max by. So change it to min instead of max. See if that works. Looks good. Accept it. Close it. Come back here. Restart. Let's try it. Dun-dun-dun. Okay. So Amarillo. Amarillo? Amarillo? Okay, and if all goes well, this is not gonna be Verde. Yes! It's working. Yay! Hooray. Oh. Okay, I'm absolutely terrible at Spanish. I'm getting everything wrong. Worse than statistically possible. This is brutal. And it keeps saying I have 20 concepts too, because I keep getting everything wrong. Okay, but if I go in my concepts table here, I can refresh. We can see it's like generating random numbers, so like eventually it should reach it. Oh, That's interesting here. Uh, okay, so to have a bug or an info loop or something. What is the Spanish word for yellow? Rojo, you got that wrong. The correct answer is Amarillo. These issues are kind of common. We're building bots, coding in general as well, but like there's a lot of recursion in chatbots because you want to bring the user back to somewhere. So you have tons and tons of loops everywhere. This is a little bit strange though. Okay, so we got that wrong. I'm not sure what happens here. Is this the last thing it did? Oh, I think so. Let's see. Quick reply, bro. Okay, so it detected this. Yeah, as you can see, the turn is not over. So when the turn is over, you get the states here and a lot of information that I am not getting right now. So it's showing me like a partial result. Uh, Set today's date is today. Oh, yeah. If I don't know where I am, I can like let's say I'm here and I click Rovo and I click the last one here. There's this button here. Click to go to card, and it brings you directly to where you are. So there's a problem in my recursion formula here. Exit the loop if no more records are found. Break. Okay. Does anybody see the problem here? If the record's length, so the records is always, did this happen? If the record, oh, because I'm fetching everything. Fetching everything, my offset is being increased by my limit. I don't know what the problem is. It's very interesting. Yeah, I think it has to do with the number here. It reaches the last one, then it tries the next one. Find records. Let's say we get 5 here. Or maybe there was an error. Like, I didn't consider that, but maybe there's an error in fetching it. We don't have a timeout here, so how could we, like, fix this? Let's try something here. So, first of all, how many... So now you're gonna see what I'm gonna do to debug this and make it more resilient. How many questions did we answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or maybe you couldn't handle like a student who's completely incompetent like me, who gets 5 straight answers wrong with multiple choice. Let me try it again. Let's just see if this is a problem that happens. That we can reproduce. Oh, yeah, we have an infinite somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Mario. Okay, so that's 1. 2, 3, 4. I'm showing off my Spanish right now. Oh, in the most indirect way possible. 5. Right? Okay, so this is slightly random. Okay, what I'm wondering is maybe there is an error here. This is an internal Botpress thing, but like every service, there can always be something that hangs. So let's try this actually. Set a timeout of 5 seconds, let's say, for finding records that what does it do? What does it do? What does it do? Do we retry? Do we retry? Cancel. What should we do here? If it fails, it should retry actually. That retries the query. Let's see if that works. It's a little bit abstract. Okay, so well, this is aggressive. Uh, can we edit this? No, we cannot. But what I'm looking for is no, not like this. No. I'm gonna click do. Okay, I'm just gonna manually change it here, so you have to bear with me. Let's see. Or actually, I want to see if it works originally. So I'm gonna copy this, add this, copy this, close it. I'm curious if we can get this to work. Execute code. I'll dump all this. Let's write max timeouts of 5,000 seconds. Did I say seconds? No seconds. Seconds. Oh, damn. No, that's a little bit too long. That's longer than the stream, maybe. So we press enter. Okay, let's see. So, try catch. Let's see. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. I think this concept is starting to stretch the AI a little bit. Let me go back here and I'll manually do it. Okay. So, let's write a function here. So, const get records with timeouts. Safely get records. Sorry. And I will return a promise which has a resolve function. Okay, and now what do we do here? We need this to get some kind of like current offsets. Right, it's not beautiful code, but current. It's just showing you how I would how I would fix this. Current filter. Could actually just use these right here. Yeah, but we can't do that. We need the filter. No, actually, we don't. Filter's always this. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna do that. This, and here I am going to set timeout. What do you want to resolve this with? We want to resolve this. Return resolve. We want to do that. If we do this, we're just basically ignoring it. It will just stop. We could just try with this. I mean, the goal here of this live stream is to show you coding, but just the general flow of how it solves. Um, Okay, and then let's give it a timeout of like 5 seconds. And otherwise, let's do this. And then just put it there. And the response is records, assets to resolve records. Think like this. All right. And then we could change this to that. All right, let me save so like it formats everything. And does this make sense here? So a resolve function here. We could have a reject function also. Let's just reject it. Let's just reject it. Be easier. Okay, so if we don't receive like an answer within 5 seconds, we're gonna reject it. Normally you'd have like a try catch here. I'm not gonna show you that, but like it's just a way. Like remember, you can always send timeouts. Whatever code that could fail, like put it inside. Um, and then the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna write console log got records, and then offset. All right, I'll try something like this. Just so if we see an infinite loop, we'll see the logs. It's like 11:42 right now, at least here. I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna show you the cool things. So I'm gonna click close here. This is the code that we were trying, I think. Where was it? Here. Let's just try this out just to see if it works. I give it a 50% chance of me adding a typo that broke it. Okay, okay, so it worked. Okay, perfect. And then if you have like a maybe I should write this down. I think I'm gonna share this bot after so we can see it. Um, oops. Make sure to catch this. It's it in your box. All right, you should do this for anything that can break, which is almost everything, right? Okay, so I'm gonna click close. Okay, so that's done. I think we're pretty good with our bot here. I didn't check if the actual Anki algorithm works to like increase this, uh, but I think in theory it should work. At least it shows us the wrong ones immediately. So if I hit blanco here as the correct one, we should show after. Yeah, but that's just a problem with the correct. Um, all right, so it's more or less done. There's still this here that we would have to fix. I believe we got it to work before, so I probably broke it. But the incorrect one is working. Then how you would import, you could import your CSV like this, or you could have a flow, uh, which just listens to something that the user says to add words. Actually, we can do that right now. I'm going to show you a really evil trick that I'm not supposed to be showing. Is there anyone from Botpress right now? From my team? Okay, there's Guillermo, but like he's reliable. Um, okay, so I'm gonna show you a hidden trick. Hooks that you should keep to yourself, maybe. Uh, no, Guillermo, I don't need help. I'm just about to do something a bit dodgy. So, I'll just call it dodgy method here, and we're gonna listen for the user saying, um, saying like add word or something. So if events.preview is equal to add word. Okay. And now we're gonna like kick the user to another flow. I don't have this flow yet, so I'm going to save this for a moment. I am going to go to flows. I'm going to create a workflow. I actually haven't tried the full thing, so it might not work. But so as far as I know, I think it will work. Uh, let's call this add word. Okay, I'm not going to add anything in main to redirect the user there. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to hooks, open dodgy method, and then this is what I can encourage you to do. It's like when you send a message, like look in here, and this is basically like the core of how Botpress works. And if you want to try to modify things to see what happens, like be my guest. So I'm gonna assign the current workflow to something. So events dot current events dot state. Narakero says, shouldn't it be an after incoming message? I don't know, maybe. The point is, have fun with this. Context dot current flow, current note, no, current flow. I don't remember what I did earlier. It's one of the two. Oops, let me just delete this. Save. Okay, I think what happens is this confuses Botpress. Let me try it right here. Add word. Yay! So we broken Botpress, right? But this is on purpose. If you try something like throw a new error, I mean, not very original, but if I try to do this, it actually does error occurred, but then it keeps going. To actually get the user to this error flow, it's kind of hard. But one of the ways you can do it is the way I'm showing you right now. So this dodgy method of like basically derailing the conversation. Um, okay, so but right now, since I'm throwing the error, it never reaches that derailing code. So I'm gonna just remove that. Yes, save it. And here, what is the Spanish word for green? I'm gonna write add word, and if everything goes well, we're gonna derail the bot. And yay, we have derailed the bot. Now, what can we do after derailing the bot? Let's go to flows, error. Please don't do this in a serious project. But like if you're having fun with Botpress or whatever reason, just not in production, please. So here you can see I wrote event.state.context.go2. That's what I was trying out. I'm gonna go back to hooks here, and I'm gonna do event.state.context.go2 equals what do you want to assign the user to? Uh, analytics? No, what do we say? It's add card flow. All right, let's do that. So I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna go to flows here, conversation end, but error here. And now this is where I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I hope execute workflow, add word. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this. What was it? Logic is gonna be something like this. Right, delete that. Delete that. Okay, so what I'm doing, hey, delete. Okay. I am gonna click expression and I'm gonna set it manually. Because like when you do ninja stuff, like AI is not gonna try to help you. They're gonna try to stop you. So okay, so I have this right here. So when this condition happens, I don't like always. When the user says they want to add a card, send them to add word. And let's just try this out. Text. what do you want to add? Then, oh, we have 10 minutes. I think we could even do it if this works. Let's see. What do you want to add? Uh, let's see. Let's see. Wait for user. Want to wait for user inputs. Wait for user inputs. Then we probably want to execute code to save it, and then probably a text message to say it was saved. And then an expression. Oh, sorry. I don't like the old ones. So remember the old nodes? They didn't have a standard transition like this, but the new ones do. So what happened here? They use the same delete. Okay. Another bug. Do we want to exit? No, we probably want to send the user to, where does exit go to from here? Exit will go back to the arrow node, so we don't do that. We want to bring them to main, I think. Oh, interesting. We can't send them back to main from here. Okay, so probably what we have to do here in main is basically create a new workflow that we can send them to. But like for the moment, I'm not going to do that. Besides, it's a hack. So, all right. So I'm going to try it again. Hi. And notice if you go to error, this is actually not going to damage anything because we're only catching this. I actually want to do this because we don't want to show this if this is active here. Probably want to unset it immediately after doing this. So what is the, okay, so here I want to say add word. And what do you want to add? Wow. Oh my God, we caught something in the, in the wild from a random flow and we're directed to a new flow. Okay, so have fun with that. Like, let me know if it's useful for actually like, real use cases. But like, this is prone to like creating buggy bots because then you don't know where your users are, where they're jumping all around. But if you have a good use case for it, like let us know. This is good for a prototype. Yeah, so I would say yep or whatever. And then yeah, this is nice, even though it needs to go through error handling. So I was thinking about this and like if you wanted to go bonkers, you could set a timeout to like almost no time. So every single thing would be thrown to timeout, but that's not very practical. You could end the conversation, but then there might be some side effects, but I think the error flow doesn't have any side effects. So yeah, you throw an error, you say my bot is unhappy for something, and then you can catch it and handle it the way you want. So that's one thing. The other thing was broadcasting, but I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it for next week. There was a question that I saw I can answer very quickly. I'm just going to duplicate this back to dashboard, which was basically like, how do you disable a bot without deleting it? And the answer to that is you just disable the integrations. So like a bot that is not connected to anything is just disabled. I don't know. I don't remember who asked that question, but it was a very good question. Just disable the integration. When you disable the integration, like if you write, I don't know, this bot name is Patrick. If you disable this, like it stays there. So you don't lose anything and you can toggle it back on whenever you want. So I think that's it for today. I was also thinking of showing you guys how to add NPM packages, but I think it's going to take us a little bit more time, and it's not a perfect solution. Like it works for some NPM packages, and let's see, do I have anything else? Sable bot. Yeah, so next week, guys, I'd like to have some suggestions about what you'd like to see. But what I definitely would like to show is broadcasting. So how to have a bot send a message to another bot. Sorry, how to have a person send a message to another person through the bot. And like that could be via WhatsApp, it could be via a different channel. It doesn't have to be web. So exciting possibilities there. I have to say this, please keep your hopes like to a lower level, because they won't work for every platform. There are platforms, I believe WhatsApp is like that, where if you haven't contacted a person in, I don't know, in a day or more, you can't send a message. You cannot send a message to that person. So it doesn't work for every platform. But for web chat, at least I think it works. So you can create some funny bots with that. All right. Thank you very much for being on this stream, and I will see you guys next week.